Hey guys, William Murfitt here and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This is part 3 of the BMW Z4 overhaul. So in today's episode we are going to be painting up the calipers, installing the new piston kit and seals and getting them back on the car. So let's get cracking.
I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Today I went to a local garage because my compressor here doesn't work, and I've managed to get the piston out of this caliper. Now what we did was a bit of rag, like this blue roll, over the main hose, an airline, and just press the piston out and it popped out nice and easily. So now I'm going to remove this bleeder nipple and I can remove the dust seals, and then that is now ready to be painted. I'm just going to go over it again with a quick wire wheel because when it's been sat there's some signs of like corrosion just going to the surface, and yeah, it should be all good. So it's looking pretty nice. That colour is incredible. So that's the passenger side painted, one coat. I'll see how long it takes to dry. Right, so that is me for today, but this video is going to go over a few days. So I will see you in a few days. Bye! Right, I've been away for a few days and I've come back to the first coat fully dry, and wow, this colour is very, very impressive. So there's a few bits like on top of my thumb there and just up here that have not been covered all that great. So today I'm going to give a second coat. I'm going to do it now, and then later on this evening I'm going to come back in and I'm going to install the new piston kit, which I've got. Okay, so the piston kit itself consists of a piston, which I don't want to get it out, but that's the piston there. That's going to replace the old pitted piston I've taken out. And it's also got a inner seal, the outer seal, a bleed nipple cover, and then also the slider bolts and the cap. So they're going to go through these big holes up here, and yeah, it'll look much, much better. I need to clean up the retaining spring for the pads, which goes into, let's see if I can show you here, goes into this bit where my thumb is. So that needs to be cleaned up. If I can't clean up as good as I want to, I can get replacement ones for them. I'm going to be reusing the existing bolts because there's nothing wrong with them. And that is today's task. Oh, also, these new kits come with new bleed nipples. So I've screwed the old nipple back in to make sure I don't get any paint in the hole. And on the top, I've just put a bit of rolled up tape in there, so again, to protect the inside of that piston. In the inside, there is some rolled up rag, and that is protecting the actual where the piston sits, so there should be no issues there. I'm hoping, as I say, to get this done all in one day, painted, dried, installed, but the painting or the drying time is going to be impacted today because it is a lot colder than it has been previously. So let's crack on and hopefully we can get this done by the end of this video. So I put my face mask because this is going to protect me from the fumes of this paint. Alright, that is 2 coats of paint now. I think you can tell it's looking pretty fantastic. So I'm going to leave that to dry, hopefully come back in later on this evening and install the piston, then get it onto the car. That's one corner complete. Okay, that's the second coat now done. I'm going to leave that to dry, and I'll come back in later on. Hopefully it'll be dry enough to be able to put the caliper down onto, I'm going to use these foam pads so I don't damage any of the paint. I put them down, put the caliper on top. Hopefully they'll be dry enough later on to be able to install my new piston. If they are, fantastic. If they're not, then I have to wait till tomorrow and come back in again. So, we'll see you guys in a bit. So I come out today to paint these. That's the second coat of paint now. I think that's probably about done. This evening I've been out, bought myself some new tools. I got the hook tools from Halfords. Make it a little bit easier to insert and remove the seals on the other models because I've just been using a screwdriver. I've also got myself a new Gunson Easy Bleed because my old bottle broke. So that'll come in handy once all this goes back together. So tonight, I'm back in the garage and I'm going to try and fit this new piston. I've never done a piston before, so I've no idea how it's going to go. Fingers crossed it's going to go to plan, and yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so in here I have my new piston. The piston itself should slide in to the housing, which it does, which is good. I'm going to go too far in because I don't want to get it out because there's no lube on it. So that's the first part. So it's in this kit. So I've got my inner dust seal, and I've also got the inner oil seal and the outer dust seal. In the box I've also got bleed nipples and some lube. So the lube is for 2 packs of lube. The first one is a red rubber grease, and the second one is a silicone grease for the guide pin. So I need to make sure I lubricate it all up to give myself the best chance of this sealing and working well. Okay, so here we go. I've got the brake disc on. It's got a bit of surface corrosion on it, which will come off when we go for a little quick test drive. It's going to be a long way off for now though. But let's just start getting the bits back together. So, first of all is this nicely painted caliper carrier. And last but not least, I've got this clip. Now I'm not entirely sure what to do with this just yet, because what this does is it goes into these holes and it kind of retains that the pads from rattling back and forth, so you don't want to hear this as you're driving along. But you can see that's quite grotty, so I'm going to attempt to clean it up. If not, I know I can get some stainless steel, like sort of shiny ones, because these pads or these brakes are looking incredible. I need to get the other side stripped down, which I can do hopefully tomorrow. So apart from bleeding this corner here and refitting that brake pad warning wire, that's done. Oh, and that retaining clip. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. It's actually, I'm over the moon how it's looking. I think it's looking really, really good. So 1 down, 3 to go. So the next step I'm going to do the driver's front. I have 2 caliper rebuild kits, and actually it was a lot easier than I thought it would be, so I'm going to do the rebuild. It means I can get a bit more of a better clean on it as well. So as I say, I'm going to leave the video here. If you have enjoyed this content, please click the thumbs up button, comment down below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. In the next video, I'm going to be tackling over there. So I'll see you next time. Take it easy.